Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Toxic Terrors. As always, I'm your host, Mr. G. Normally, I pawn spider videos off on someone else due to my crippling arachnophobia, but I have personal experience of one of these spiders. Well, not in the wild, but I'll explain it when we get there. Let's just get into this. Today, we're talking about three spiders that are considered candidates for the deadliest spiders on Earth. So let's go through them, shall we? First is the Brazilian wandering spider, so named because they don't make permanent homes, rather they wander through the jungle looking for food. Hence the name, obviously. Then there's the Sydney funnel web, native to Australia. These guys got their name because instead of like the traditional sheets, they instead build like a cone kind of web. Yeah, it's kind of like a cone. I just said that. What am I talking about? Males of this species are noted for their aggression and the fact that they often find their ways into places, but we'll get to that when we get into human relations. Then we got the six-eyed sand spider. This spider lives in southern African countries, and it lives in the sand where it has two of its legs sticking out so they can detect movement and then strike. Okay, let's look at the card. I'm doing good so far. I'm doing good. Doing good. Doing good. Okay, funnel web's fine. Wandering spider is fine. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. However, the six-eyed sand spider, which is called the cave spider here, on the back it claims that the entomologists call this the most deadly spider, but that's kind of a contentious claim as we'll see in a moment. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. So, 9.5 out of 10. Okay, now let's get to human relations. Cave spiders, six-eyed sand spiders, they're not talked about that much. There's a Minecraft mob called the cave spider, but I don't think there's a relation there. However, the Sydney funnel web is sometimes considered the deadliest spider on the entire planet. Mostly because of the fact that they're aggressive, they bite multiple times, oh yeah, and their fangs can pierce through most shoe material. So, yeah, watch out for them. Very much so. But then again, they're only in Australia, so I guess only watch out if you're there. And if you're in Australia, you already have enough to look out for, so one more thing won't kill you. Well, I mean, it will, and you're looking out for it, so it won't kill you. What? Okay. And finally, the Brazilian wandering spider is also very infamous for a particular habit of his. You see, these guys, they like to hide in tight places. One of them is banana bunches, and sometimes these bunches get shipped off to other countries while the spider is still there, meaning they have ended up in other countries. It's never caused an invasive species problem, thankfully, since it's usually only just one, and most people kill them pretty quickly when they see them. But story time with Mr. G. When I was a kid, there was this TV show called A Thousand Ways to Die. It was a show that told stories of people dying, usually in very stupid ways, like there was one about a guy who had a jet seat and then he ejected himself into a ceiling and then he got like fractured or something, whatever the terminology there is. Things like that. I had a love-hate relationship with that show since I loved watching it, but it always made me paranoid about certain stuff. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. One segment dealt with a man who bought groceries, and when he put his hand to pull out bananas, he was like, "Ouch!" And at first it seemed like he just cut his finger on like the banana stem or something. Hmm. But later he dies, and the narrator explains that there was a wandering spider in the bag that bit him and then killed him. And let me tell you, kid me was absolutely traumatized by that episode. Like, no joke, I think that was the most traumatic piece of media I have ever experienced. Yeah, no lie. Okay, let me explain more. Okay, ever since I watched that episode, I genuinely have not been able to go near bananas. Genuinely, this is not a joke. I'm not exaggerating. I do not go near bananas because I am that paranoid and the trauma was that deep. Look, I know it's silly. You don't have to tell me, but I just can't get over it. How do you get over something that's been seated in your mind since you were young? You can't. I genuinely I genuinely jump back if I even touch bananas. That's how paranoid I am of them. And I know it's just a silly paranoia. But explain that to my brain because it wants me to think that there are wandering spiders on every bunch of bananas in existence. When it came to me and food as kids, it basically only took one bad incident to turn me off the stuff forever. Like, there was this other show I watched where this guy was like, I put mucus on my bologna sandwiches so no one else eats them, and that incident completely turned me off bologna forever. Okay, story time's over. Goodbye, everybody. Ugh, I need to go do something else. Probably eat some fruits. Not bananas, obviously. Okay, goodbye.